pronounce the I in there, right? It, pig. All right, it, pig. All right, what is this? What is he doing? Sit. Very good. So yeah, it, sit. It, sit. It, sit. All right. What are these? Right here. Lip. Very good. So it's lip. Lip. All right. And one last word. Do you know what this is?
Bin.
Bin. Very good. Yeah. All right. 5. Yeah. It, bin. It, bin. Okay. Very good. So I'm going to give these to Jason, and you're going to spread them out on the floor, and then ask the other students to bring you one at a time. Okay?
Okay.
So on the floor, spread out anywhere, yeah. And what do you want the other students to get you?
Pig.
Pig, where's pig? Everybody find pig. All right. Okay, so let's say it. Pig. Pig. Okay, what's next, Jason?
How about sit?
All right, where's sit?
Sit.
Where's sit? All right, yeah, sit. All right, so we go it, sit. It, sit. Okay, what's next?
Lip.
Lip. Where's lip? Lip is a
Lip.
Ah, so
Lip.
Yeah, there's a lip. Yeah, so we go lip. Lip. Very good. Okay, what's the last one, Jason?
Bin.
Bin. All right, let's look at that one for Jason.
Okay.
All right. No fight. All right. So we say it, bin. It, bin. It, bin. All right, we're good. Does another student want to hand these out? Put them across the floor. Yeah? Spread them out. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, on the table.
Yeah.
All right. So which one do you want first?
Bin. Bin.
Oh, okay. All right. So you say it, bin. It, bin. All right. Next one. Lip. All right. Thank you very much. Let's say it, lip. It, lip. All right. Next. Pig. All right. So we say it, pig. It, pig. All right.
And the last one, what's this?
What is it, guys?
Sit.
Sit. Very good. All right. Bring it up here. Go ahead and over. Yeah. Okay. Let's say it, sit. It, sit. Okay. Very good. Let's move on to our second activity. So we're gonna give you guys some crayons. Already getting
I like to color.
Yeah, coloring's awesome. And let's sit down at the tables.
Yay.
Yeah. All right. So Neil, I want you to choose a color for everyone.
Teacher, I need two.
2 papers?
Yeah.
Okay, there you
Thank
go.
you, teacher.
All right, blue. Blue. All right, everybody get a blue crayon. Blue, yeah. That blue. All right, everybody's got blue. All right, now we're drawing a blue bin. Blue bin. Let's draw a bin with the blue crayon. All right. Doesn't have to be exactly.
Teacher, I finished.
All right. So when you're finished, let's write the word bin. B-I-N. All right. Very good. Very good. All right. So you finished first, so you get to choose the next color. what's going to be the next color?
I like red.
Red. That's good because the next thing is lip. Good red lip. So get your red crayons and draw. Yeah, draw 2 lips. Draw the set of lips, not just one lip. Both lips. All right, Neil, and when you're done, can you write the word L-I-P?
L-I-P.
All right, and let's say it all together. It is lit. It lit. All right, very good. Okay, Neil, you're first done, so what's going to be the next color?
Green.
Green. All right, we're going to draw a green pig. Green pig, yes. Pig. Oh, very good pig, Emily.
Yeah. Teacher, you
Very
like
shocked
green.
at pig, yes. He's very surprised at something. Maybe he found out
Oh.
where he's going today. Okay, and when you're done drawing, let's write pig. P-I-G. And let's say it all together. Pig. Pig. All right, very good. And Amy, choose the last color for us, please.
Purple.
Purple. Everybody get your purple crayons out. And our last word is sit. Sit. How do we draw sit?
I don't know.
Well, here you go. There's a good inspiration. Go, yeah.
Teacher, I want to see the picture.
Yeah, all right. Go show everyone.
He was like my head.
Very good, Jason. You wrote it all on your own.
I did.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. And yeah, for the rest of us, how do we write sit? S-I-T. S-I-T. Very good. And how do we say it? It sit. It sit. All right. Okay, very good. Well done, students.
Yeah.
Okay, so to wrap up, let's clean up all the crayons and put them back in the case. And you can get your bags and shoes and get by the door. So that's the end of class.
Alright.
All right.
Alright, good job. You want to start, April, or me? Okay, I'll start it up. Alright, so, thanks, Colin. Good job. You got a natural teacher energy. I can see you like switch it on. You know, like, alright, let's do this. Boom, you switch it on. Kimmy teacher all the way, so you got it, man. You did a good job also, what April was talking about yesterday, of setting a pattern of how you repeat something. So, you know, even though you didn't exactly say repeat 2 times or whatever, you did the it, pig, and they got it, and everybody was repeating that way. So that's a good way to model what you're doing for the kids. So you did a great job of doing that. For the target activity, at first you were just showing the cards, and the kids were just sitting there, so you might want to think of some way of what the kids are going to do if they're just looking at it. So that might be something to think about. But you did reinforce with like a little high five, which kids really love, right? And then another thing you did really well was giving some control to the kids, because this was C level. I should have had you tell everybody. It was C level, right? So I should have had you tell everybody. But for C level, it's good to have kids talking to kids. So you had somebody who was putting down the cards, and they were doing sort of talking to each other, which is nice. But when you're doing that kind of activity, you might consider, I mean, with small classes, it's kind of easy, but as the classes get bigger, you might consider being a little bit more clear for if it's just going to be him, then you need to be like, okay, you're the leader,
Yeah.
and you're going to do all of them, or maybe you line them up and they take turns on who's going to put the cards down. Because you just did kind of like we all know English, so you can just be like, okay, here you go, put the cards down, but kids are going to be like, so you need to be like, okay, you're the leader, here's the cards, you're going to put them down, you need to sort of direct them with their hands through it. So, you can think of something like that, and then same with who's going to pick up the cards, make it more clear.
First time I ran that thing, I was like kind of asking for the cards and stuff, and then I gave it to the kids and stuff.
Yeah, which is good. Like you want to model it and then have it, and then give the kids more control as the activity goes. So that's a good way to do it. But you'll have to sort of bring them along with it and show them, okay, you're first in line, so you get the card. Or if it's a free for all, then maybe you set it up so we can see who can touch it faster. Or you have to decide like how you're going to run it that way. And then so that's for target. For practice. At first, you forgot about the language part, but then you did have them say it later. But at first, you kind of forgot. And you're like, oh, wait, say it. I wrote it down, like, oh, make sure to use the speaking, but then you got it. So yeah, just make sure that there's a speaking component. April mentioned yesterday there's sort of four kinds of language learning. There's reading, writing, speaking, and listening. So anytime you have an activity, if you can get all four into an activity, or three of the four, if writing's not included, then you get three of the four in there, then that's great, So anytime you can get as many as you can is really good. As somebody who does a lot of like drawing and writing in his class, something I could advise you is to have the kids write the word first, and then the reward for writing the word is to get to draw the picture. Because for me, I noticed if I let them draw the picture first, and then I'm like, okay, write the word, they're like, I already drew the picture. But if I do it the other way, I'm like, okay, write the word, now you wrote the word, good job, your reward is you can draw the picture. Yeah, if you flip it around psychologically, it works a little bit easier with the kids. And another thing, you'll have to see with your kids, but I noticed they like it better when I sort of demonstrate how to draw something instead of just showing them the card. And maybe for C kids, because they're older, it might be okay. It depends on the class. But you might, if they're struggling a little bit, you can show them really quick.
Find like they just really want to copy the card. If I ever like move the card out of the sight, they're like grabbing at it, like no, teacher.
Yeah, okay. So then it works fine for those kids. The class I have right now, they're younger, so they're B level, so that makes a difference. But they really want to see like how I draw it, like 1, 2, 3. But C level, they're a little bit older, so maybe it's fine. And then for the wrap up. Make sure, we didn't do an actual lineup, but like say if they line up, then you could have them one last time while they're waiting to go. You can hold up the cards and then repeat the cards one last time, and then they can go, something like that. But overall, yeah, pretty good job. So.
Thank you, Colin. I think even though you were coughing your lungs out yesterday, you paid attention. What we have mentioned yesterday about how to teach, how gradually the teaching and learning has to move, and we apply all of that rules. So I'm very happy that you are paying attention. A couple of things that I was impressed with is that first he showed the picture, and I'm like, red flag, you're not supposed to do that, and then he flipped over, and then he went over the text, which was really great. Even though it's a level C, they're still kids, kindy kids, so you start something low, and then you reinforce the text. I think it was really good. And then we made sure kids repeat 3 times every single word, very important, and you did that well. And the one thing that, all of a sudden you turned it into like international school. You order something to Jason and he got there right away, and then he stopped running off the activities. It's not going to happen in the real life, right? So for that, what you can do is that use your VT as a partner, and then you can actually do the modeling. This is what I do, and then the teacher can be acting like a student instead of giving out all the instruction in English. Then they're going to get it. So modeling and give them the instruction clearly, and then they can catch it. So that's one thing. And same thing. When you start coloring and then you're not saying anything, I'm like, oh my God, it's not speaking. And then all of a sudden you were speaking, so I'm like, did I miss it last time? So when you clarify that, so you weren't speaking, so speaking very important. So speaking very important. So yeah, make sure all the activities are connected to all of that. I know it was very short demo, so you couldn't show everything that you do in your class. So the very last activity that you did, Colin, I will do it as like an activity before they exit, because often they're too excited to go home. You know, kids will kind of push each other, and then they will be too wild up. So if you sit them down and do that as like a rapid activity before you send them out, it will be really, really good flow of the lesson. So yeah, I'm really impressed. You know, you handle your class really well. So I really want to see this kind of handling in your real class.
Okay.
So good luck. Thank you so much.
So I think April and Michael covered almost everything, but just to echo what Michael and April said, you have really positive tone and energy as a teacher, so it was awesome. I can see that you can definitely succeed with this style. I know Michael covered this, but I really want to highlight it's really important that you try to include the students, even with the administrative things, where you ask someone to like spread the cards out. That type of little task you give them, even though it's not language based, is good. The more the students are doing, the better. The more, you know, you say they have 30-second attention spans, you give them something to do and it's clear, then they'll help in that style. The only other thing is the whole flow of it. I know it was only 2 activities, so it's hard to see, but you know, you started with input, then you had this high energy activity, everybody was having fun, then you settled them back down to something a little bit more academic, which is great. You have to control that flow. So that's all I'm saying. So good job. To add on to that, I guess I should have mentioned, if you have like a kid who you're having trouble like misbehaving a little bit, sometimes it's just because they're bored or not engaged. And if you make like, oh man, Jason, he's like crazy today. If you make him the leader and you're like, Jason, today you have to help me. You're the leader, here's the cards. Sometimes that works. Instead of punishing a kid, you're like, give him a task, and then they actually respond well. So I think it's something you can think about too. If you're like, man, this kid's driving me crazy today. Okay, I'm gonna put him to work. Like that. So, yeah. All right, so next up.